I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tony Ninja 33 here today. Welcome to the Tony World Podcast. So, today we are going to do a point score of AEW and WWE superstars and pro wrestlers. So, point score, I will point score. I think the first one will be Saraya from AEW. So, at the moment, I would say Saraya's doing quite well with her new faction. And she's dominating since she returned. So I would say my point score for Saraya will be a 9. I'd say a 9 for Saraya because she's doing quite well at the moment in wrestling, and she's improved since her severe neck injury and since her return. So that will be my point score for Saraya. For the pick that I choose for WWE, I will choose Bianca Belair. As the fact that, I don't know if she'll be able to keep her Raw title, how long her title reign will happen, or how long it will last, because she's coming up to that sometime soon. I know when this podcast comes out, she'll probably end up keeping the title, or probably not. So I would say my point score for Bianca Belair will be I would say, this is my honest opinion about this, my point score for Bianca Belair, I'm going to say a 10 because of the fact that she's a champion, the Raw Women's Champion at the moment. I'm saying at the moment because that might change when in the coming months. So that will be the point score I give Bianca Belair. So AEW. So I'm going to be looking at the men's division at the moment. So I'm going to say the AEW World Champion MJF. So his promos are good. His promos are on fire. He is an excellent blooming damn heel, and to be honest with you, should be given props for his bullshit, his bullshit and stuff like that. But hey ho, he's quite a good promo. He comes up with good promos, so I won't judge him or anything like that. But he is a good guy on the promo. So I'm going to say MJF will be a 12. So the reason why I say MJF is a 12 is because he's dominated since the first day he was in AEW. He's quite vocal about what he says. The only, that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't really want to be called out on it. So MJF, 12 point score. So from an AEW star, we're going to go to WWE, a WWE superstar. So I'm going to go with the tribal chief Roman Reigns. So he's had a phenomenal time as champion. He's dominated the division. He's had about goddamn how many main events and WrestleManias and stuff like that. So I'm going to say Roman Reigns. I'm going to say the same with MJF. I'm going to say a 12. 12. That's the point I'm giving it, a 12. So the reason why I say that is because he's dominated both divisions. He's destroyed every person that's come in his wake. The thing is, with the match against Cody Rhodes, the only real reason that match, he didn't technically win it because he had someone else attack, Cody out of nowhere, which was shenanigans. If it was, all I'm going to say, if there was no shenanigans and it was Cody and Roman in the ring, it would be a fair fight. But because Roman Reigns plays dirty, Cody wasn't going to win. But hey ho. So Roman Reigns is a 12 for my point score. So we're going to go back to AEW. So the point score I'm going to give it to the AEW star is Chris Jericho. So all I'm going to say is, got a hell of a theme song, and he's quite brilliant in the ring, quite entertaining when he speaks on the microphone and stuff like that with his promos and stuff like that. So Chris Jericho, I'm going to probably say I'm going to give him a 9. So the reason why I give him a 9 is because, he hasn't really gone back for the AEW World Championship in a while. So if he does end up going back for the championship, then kudos and thumbs up to that. But that's what I would say about that. So Chris Jericho would be a 9 for me. So let's go to WWE. So I'm going to point score an AEW star now. I'm going to go with, let me think. I'm going to go with Austin Theory. So the United States champion at the moment. So, in my honest opinion, I don't really like Austin Theory. Don't get me wrong, he's one hell of a wrestler in the ring, but he hasn't really been defending the United States championship as much, and he hasn't really, so he hasn't really been doing much defending on SmackDown or on the brand he's on with the United States championship. So I'm going to say Austin Theory. I'm going to give him a minus. I think I would say a -5 because I think there's some improve. I think the United States Championship should be put on the brand a bit more. So I'm going to give him a minus on that one. So now that's WWE Superstar out of the way. Now we're going to go to AEW Pro Wrestling Star. So let me think. What other AEW stars are there on the brand? I'm going to say Dr. Britt Baker. So she has revolutionized the AEW women's locker room in some cases with her promos, with how she react. Like she was the AEW women's champion. She was the first AEW women's champion, for God's sake. She dominated the women's division in AEW. So I'll say Dr. Britt Baker. I'm going to give her a point score of 14. So I'm going to give her 14 points. So the reason why I give her 14 points is because the fact that she is very dominant in the ring. And I think her promos are fire. And I think she's one hell of a woman in that ring. So that's the point score I'm going to give Dr. Britt Baker. So let's go back to WWE stars now. I'm going to give, point score. I'm going to give a point score to Seth frickin' Rollins. So Seth frickin' Rollins has been doing well on the division, and some of the things that he's done in the ring are brilliant. So I'm going to give Seth Rollins a point score out of 12. So I'm going to give him a point score out of 12 because I think he's a phenomenal athlete in the ring. He's dominant. He's become the Universal Champion. He's held the United States Championship. He held the WWE Championship. Did he hold the Intercontinental Championship? I think he held that title at one point. Ah, yes, he did actually. Yeah, so he's held that title. I think the only title he hasn't gotten yet is the Universal Championship, actually. But that's the point score I'm going to give Seth freaking Rollins. So, back to AEW stars. So, I don't think I can think of any more. Oh, what's the name? Is it Ruby Soho? I think that's the name, Ruby Soho. So, I can tell you this, phenomenal woman in the ring. Quite brilliant at what she does in the ring, and I won't discourage that. But she hasn't really, she's had some good matches, but it would be nice to have a singles championship, have a championship match, which she hasn't had. So I'm gonna say Ruby Soho. I'm gonna give her a point score of, I'm gonna say a 8, a point score of 8. So that's what I'm gonna give Ruby Soho, a point score. So the next, so this will be WWE now. So we're looking at, so I'm going to choose Liv Morgan. So she's had a phenomenal journey, becoming the SmackDown Women's Champion, being the Money in the Bank winner. So that was a good thing. She beat Ronda Rousey twice, which I don't think anyone expected that, but hey ho. So and she's also at the moment, I don't know if it will change, one half of the women's tag team champions. So I'm going to give Liv Morgan a point score of, I'm going to give her a 9. I'm going to give her a point score out of 9. So the reason why I gave her that point score is because she is being noticed a bit more on the brand. So that is quite a good thing. So that's what I'm going to give that's the point score I'm giving for Liv Morgan. So let's go back to AEW stars now. So what other AEW star do they have on the roster? AEW star on the roster. Is it Toni Storm? I don't know if her name's Toni Storm. I don't really know. She had a good time on the AEW women's roster. When you think about it, she won the AEW women's championship, and then basically it was stripped from her 1 week later, a couple of weeks later. So I would probably say Toni Storm. I'm going to give her a point score of 7, because I think it would be nice to give her another title shot, but that's just my opinion. So that's the point score I'm going to give Toni Storm. So this is going to be the last point score I'm going to be giving. So the point score I'm going to give to a WWE star is going to be let me think. I'm going to say Shayna Baszler. So the reason why I said Shayna Baszler is because she hasn't really had much. She's been on the mid card for quite a while. It would be nice to put her on in a main event preview like Ronda Rousey is. So I would say Shayna Baszler. All I'm going to say is phenomenal athlete, good submission expert, but she needs to be in the main event spot, because the thing is that she, when she was in NXT, she was the NXT Women's Champion, and she dominated the NXT division. And now she's literally on the mid card. I think she should be in the main event preview. So I'm going to say Shayna Baszler. I'm going to give her a point score out of, and this is my honest opinion, I'm going to give her a point score out of, I'll say minus 9. I know that's a bit corny and a bit stupid, but the thing is that if WWE give her a bit of a chance and a boost, she could become more of a main event star. But that's just my preference and honest opinion. So I got this idea from a YouTuber. Her name will be in the description below on my podcast, which she gave me the idea about the point score and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Tony World podcast. if you want to see more, then, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and my Instagram. So, with all that out of the way, always remember to believe yourself and rock on. See ya. Bye.